The three debates between President Obama and former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney, now in the history books, weren't without excitement. In fact, if Romney wins, most pundits will probably credit the televised face-offs with changing the course of the election. In a campaign season often lacking in specifics, the two candidates have even managed to cover a lot of ground. If you're an auto worker, Medicare recipient or small business owner, you've heard your concerns addressed head-on, even if you didn't necessarily like the answers. But there were a number of pocketbook issues the candidates never gave thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Much airtime to. In the 2 weeks remaining before the election, here are 3 Main Street financial topics smart money would still like to see the candidates take on. Real estate. You would think that the housing crisis, the principal cause of the economic downturn, would be one of the central topics of debate. But to a large extent, the candidates sidestepped real estate. It turns out to be a lose-lose issue for both candidates and therefore gets ignored, says John Vogel, adjunct professor of real estate at Dartmouth's Tuck School of Business. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. In the first debate, Obama said that housing has begun to rise and Romney didn't contest the statement. But while prices and sales are picking up in many areas, roughly 22% of homes with a mortgage on them or nearly 11 million properties are underwater, meaning the homeowner owes more on the property than it's worth, according to the latest data by CoreLogic. Another 2.3 million homeowners have less than 5% equity in their home, meaning that if home values drop in their neighborhood by even a little, they could fall underwater as well. And nearly 950,000 homes are in the thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Beginning of the foreclosure process, according to realtytrack.com. The president during the first debate talked about risky lending practices in the past as evidence of why regulation is needed. Romney agreed on the need for mortgage regulation, but little else was discussed. Here's what we do know. To date, the president has pushed for refinancing programs that help struggling homeowners get into more affordable home loans and mortgage modification programs for homeowners to hold onto their houses. The president's campaign says he wants to expand refinancing efforts so that no responsible borrower is locked. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Out of today's low interest rates. The president also wants to roll out more protections for borrowers, the campaign says, including a clear mortgage disclosure form that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is developing. Romney's campaign site mentions several ways he plans to end the housing crisis, but few specifics, including new regulations to hold banks more accountable and to boost lending to borrowers in good credit standing, as well as reforms to the quasi-government agencies Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. The Romney campaign did not respond to a request for comment. What's a thank you for trying verbose? This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Stake. If new policies aren't implemented but a low-rate environment continues, it could take as long as 3 to 5 years for a full housing recovery to occur, says Vogel. But in the meanwhile, millions of struggling homeowners hang in the balance as they wait to see if new programs will be rolled out to help them any sooner. Investor protections. Investors fled the market during the financial crisis and haven't returned. Even as stocks rocket ahead, they're still yanking money out of stock mutual funds, nearly $60 billion so far. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Year, the key indicator of Main Street investors' confidence. While that certainly is something to do with the weak economy, high-profile events like 2010's flash crash have also taken a toll. Given all the charges and countercharges on the economy and Americans' wealth, it's surprisingly difficult to say precisely what either of the candidates will do to level the playing field for small investors.